my name is Laura, and this is my contest video entry to be named Canada's Biggest Zelda Fan. So obviously the intro of this video was me playing the very well-known Zelda theme on my violin, and that's just one of the reasons why I love the video games. I'm very big on video games having great scores and soundtracks and music. And the Zelda video game music is the #1 video game soundtrack I listen to, hands down, on my iTunes. I have the 25th anniversary symphonic CD, I have all the original tracks from the games, love it. And now, obviously, to be named Canada's Biggest Zelda Fan, a bunch of people could probably just show all their merch off. Like, this is my Twilight Princess Zelda tiara, which I'm incidentally using. I'm going to use in a cosplay very soon for Twilight Princess Zelda. I'm wearing a Make It Rain tank top, and I could go get my Hyrule Historia, my Hyrule Edition 3DS XL, all my Zelda games, my 3DS. But really, that's not the point. That's just who's the Zelda fan with the most money and the most stuff, which is important, and that shows your love for the game. But Nintendo said they wanted to see stories and why people connected with Zelda. So I'm going to tell you about how I first found the Zelda video game franchise, why I love them so much today, and how it impacted me. So when I was a kid, I was 6 years old when Ocarina of Time came out. So it came out in '98, I was born in '92. And I went to a babysitter's after school for years and years, until I was like 10 years old when I was a kid. So they would pick me up, I'd be there until like 6 o'clock whenever my parents would get off work, and we'd even go there on the weekends sometimes, me and my brother. Now, this woman, she babysat a whole bunch of kids after school. It was her living. And I was one of the oldest kids there, but I was clearly, when Ocarina of Time came out, I was still really young. I was 6 years old. Now, they had an N64 console at our babysitter's house, and because she had 2 teenage daughters, and they had a ton of video games for it. They had Ocarina of Time, they had Mario Kart 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Party, like all that jazz. And the kids, we always wanted to play the video games. We were like, oh, that's so cool, because the teenagers played them. And we wanted to be like them. We wanted to be like the cool big kids. And I was one of the oldest kids there, but we still were not allowed to play Zelda because we were all deemed we were too bad, we were just gonna die. We tried to play and we couldn't do anything. We just have to ask the big kids, the teenagers, to help us. So there was a rule that the kids could not play Zelda or Banjo-Kazooie because we sucked so much. We could only play Mario Kart and Mario Party. But we loved, well, not we, I loved to watch her kids play Ocarina of Time. And that's because the Zelda games have such a good story, and they are great storytellers, and it draws you in like that. So if one of her daughters was playing Ocarina of Time, I would just be sat there like this. Like for hours, I would just watch them play this game, and I talk through movies then and now, like I'm a talker. I'm a very fidgety person, I don't sit still very long, but they were playing Ocarina of Time, and I'd sit down, shut up, and just be like enthralled, just watching the whole time. And that just goes to show the power of these games. And I couldn't play Ocarina of Time then, but then I grew older, more games came out, Majora's Mask, blah blah blah. The first Zelda game I could finally play was Wind Waker, because like I said, I had a younger brother, and we stopped going to these babysitters eventually, we became like teenagers, clearly. And we got a GameCube. That was the first ever console that my brother and I owned, because we were a sibling. We had to share all the video games, right? So our parents got us a Nintendo GameCube for Christmas, and we had Star Fox Adventures, and I borrowed Wind Waker from a friend because I remembered watching Zelda as a kid, and I remembered loving this game and thinking this is so cool. I want to be a part of this franchise. I want to play it now. So, yep, Wind Waker was the first Zelda I got to play, but my all-time favorite Zelda game, hands down, hence the tiara, is Twilight Princess. And that was the first Zelda game I ever played through from beginning to end. I could actually beat with some help from my brother, which still counts. And I will replay that game endlessly. I'm from Canada, I was born there, lived there. I'm currently living in the UK for a while I do my master's degree. I brought my Nintendo Wii over from Canada with me so I could play like Twilight Princess and stuff over here, and Skyward Sword, which I love. So that's my story about how I found the Zelda games, why I love them, except the story is amazing, the music is amazing, the costumes are like costume porn. I'm so excited for my Zelda cosplay. This is the tiara, I have the wig because clearly Zelda does not have colored hair. I'm working on the dress right now, and then I just need to make her like shoulder armor and the accessories and stuff, but it's coming along great. And that cosplay is going to be worn to TwitchCon Fan Expo, and I'm going to wear it on stream while playing the Zelda games. Because I love video games so much that one of my hobbies is streaming video games, and I do have a Twitch channel. Most of my videos on this YouTube channel are from my Twitch channel. My channel's name is LauraK483, and another way to show how much I love Zelda, Zelda games are one of my go-to games to stream. Ocarina of Time mostly, because at the moment, I don't own a Wii U. I brought my Wii with me from Canada, but I don't have a Wii U. Being a master's degree student from another country is not cheap. Living in the UK on your own, completely self-sufficient, is not cheap. And working on a student visa limits your work hours. So at the moment, I can't afford a Wii U, and that's also why winning this contest would be absolutely amazing, because then I can finally get my hands on one and I can start streaming Twilight Princess HD Remake and Skyward Sword, and I want to play Hyrule Warriors so freaking badly. So that is what would happen. And just to show you what proof that I stream Zelda games, you can just see right down there a little video clip from me the last time I streamed Ocarina of Time. And last but not least, reasons why I love the Zelda games, the replay value. Like I said, I love a lot of games. I play on PS4, Nintendo, I play computer games on PC, on Steam, but the games I will always go back to that I can play no matter what, even though there's no multiplayer, they're just like the one linear story, are the Zelda games. I've played Twilight Princess like 12 times, I've played Skyward Sword like 12 times, I'm currently playing through Ocarina again, I'm working through Majora's Mask on my 3DS right now that I got for Christmas. I will always go back to these games because I just love the world of Hyrule so much, the story is great, and the music is great, and no matter what, I just get sucked in, and I love it, and I'm very invested in Link succeeding and saving this world. So yeah, that is my contest entry for why I think I should be called Canada's biggest Zelda fan, and this prize will not go to waste. Like I said, it will be used to help my Twitch channel grow so I can finally stream Nintendo games, so I can also play games with my friends back home on the Wii U, and I grew up with Nintendo, and it feels really weird not having the latest console. So thanks for watching this video, everyone, and cross your fingers for me, let's hope I win. Thanks, guys. Also, forgot to mention, I learned how to play that Zelda song on my violin by ear, no sheet music. I did that all on my own, just listening to the song and just like trial and error, figuring it out. So, points for that. And last but not least, before everyone asks, yes, I did get this hat custom made to match the colors in my hair. And since it's custom made, no, you cannot get it anywhere else yourself, unless you want to go ahead and paint that all up. Anyways, if you think I should win and be Canada's biggest Zelda fan, give the video a like, tell your friends. It's not part of the contest, but I'm sure it can't hurt. Thanks, guys!